Hi, I'm Tony. I'm one of the many escorts here at Croswell. Let's talk about student tours. Croswell has been taking students from all kinds of schools all across the tri-state area for over 30 years, 3 decades. Hey, and you're in luck. We're about to go on one now to New York and Washington, D.C. So let's go, we'll hop on board. A visit to New York City is also a cross-disciplinary adventure. Not only are you going to have a lot of fun while you're here in the Big Apple, but you can also explore a lot of different disciplines as well. There's engineering with the variety of skyscrapers from the Equitable Building to the Flatiron Building, the Empire State Building, and the Freedom Tower, which you can see here in the background. There's also a lot of history. Here I'm standing on Ellis Island, and you can see the remains of Fort Gibson that once stood on this island, as well as the list of names of some of the immigrants that came across and started their American dream here on Ellis Island. Also, there's the fine arts. There's Broadway shows. There's sculptures and architecture. There's all kinds of things that you can explore here in the city of New York. So it's not just a lot of good times. It's also a cross-disciplinary adventure. And of course, there's shopping in Chinatown. All right, all of that's New York City. Now let's go to Washington, D.C. And why drive when there's comfortable coaches that have these awesome seats? And these seats, not only do they have footrests for you to prop up your feet, but the seats also recline. There's also outlets where you can charge your devices. There's overhead lights. And there's also flat screen televisions. And there is Wi-Fi available on board. Why drive yourself when you've got all of these things? Just sit back and relax. We'll get you there for sure. And of course, all of our 54 passenger coaches come with restrooms available on board, just in case. And a trip to Washington, D.C. has a lot of cross-disciplinary opportunities as well. Like for example, you can look at, of course, government. There's lots and lots of history. There's architecture, there's art, there's culture, such as the Holocaust Museum and the African American History Museum. But the list just goes on and on. There's such things as, of course, the Capitol building, like what I have behind me. There's the White House. There's the Washington Monument. There's the National Mall, which I'm sitting on right now. There's the World War II Memorial. There's the Lincoln Memorial, the Korean War Memorial, the Vietnam. There's the National Harbor. And that's just the beginning. There's so many things to see and do here in Washington, D.C. So here I am walking along the National Mall here at Washington, D.C. Around the National Mall, we find all of the Smithsonian museums, which are free of charge. Croswell commonly takes trips all over the United States. Common places that we go, of course, are like New York and Washington, D.C., which are places that we've been seeing so far. But we also go to St. Louis, Colonial Williamsburg, Gettysburg, Chicago, Atlanta, just to name a few. But honestly, the destinations that we go really doesn't set us apart. It's the quality and the service that we actually offer that really sets us apart. One of the biggest things is the fact that we're an IMG company. And what that means is that as Croswell is a member of a network of bus companies all across the United States. That not only is a peace of mind for us, but it's a peace of mind for our clients as well. Here I am in the middle of the National Mall, and you know what? I've talked about so many things. Showed you all the educational things, the fun things, the history, and everything else. The one thing I haven't mentioned is, how do you get started? If you're interested in possibly booking a tour, take a moment and call the telephone number there listed at the bottom of the screen. Or you can email directly to the email address that's also at the bottom of the screen. And we hope to see you very, very soon on one of our tours to someplace awesome here in our United States. We can even take care of